Hi friends, now that I've had time to get used to Horizon, I thought it would be good to give you my tips and tricks on how to play Horizon and win in Apex Legends Season 7. I wanted to wait till I got good with her before giving tips, because now I know these actually do work and do help you win with Horizon. I think Horizon might actually be my main this season. I'm even using her in Ranked for my Road to Masters with the Soggy Squad. I just feel like she is the perfect legend for Olympus. Before I get started, I just wanted to let you know I am doing a giveaway of 1,000 Apex coins in my stream on Saturday. So I'll do a 1v1 challenge in my stream on Saturday on YouTube, and one person in that challenge will get to win 1,000 Apex coins. So come join me on my stream on Saturday. Anyway, back to this Horizon video. So let's start by looking at her tactical, her gravity lift. There's two real ways to throw the gravity lift. You either throw it in front of you, so you can take a few steps and then jump into it, or you can throw it straight at your feet if you want to rise immediately. Her tactical has a 15-second cooldown time, but actually this starts from the very second you throw your gravity lift onto the floor. So as soon as it touches the ground, then it starts the countdown. The gravity lift itself lasts for around 7 seconds, so it basically feels like the cooldown time is very short, and you can use it very frequently because of that. So my first tip, use her tactical to get a view of the battlefield. Sometimes it's a little tricky to know where the enemy teams are, but using Horizon's tactical, it allows you to get the high ground, or essentially create your own high ground, and that gives you just enough time to look around the battlefield to see where the enemy teams are. You can then call out the positions to your teammates, or you can use it just to know where you want to head to in terms of positioning. Again, it's particularly useful if enemies are hiding behind walls and you can't really see them. This ability to gain height makes a big difference, because previously only Pathfinder could do it, but now we have another legend that can do it. Tip 2. Use your tactical like a jump pad. So there's two ways to use a tactical. You can either rise to the top in it by jumping in the middle, and that's kind of, if you want to use the first tip, you would do that. But you can also use it a little bit like a jump pad to give you a boost of momentum. You can either jump straight into it and it will launch you forward, or you can rise up a little bit and then press your jump button while moving in a direction, and it will boost you in that direction from a higher point. You can also jump backwards and do this backwards, so it can be quite useful for getting out of fights as well. And if you're Horizon, you can do that as you're jumping. You can also combine it with the slide. So again, it can be a very useful thing offensively and defensively. Tip 3. Use her gravity lift to flank. I've had a number of situations where I'm able to rise up to the high ground with the gravity lift and actually jump over the enemies. And a lot of the time they don't even realise that you've landed behind them, so it's a great way to surprise enemy teams and gain the advantage. I would recommend waiting till the enemy team's a bit engaged or a bit distracted, because this gives you a better opportunity and it helps them not notice you. Tip 4. Move enemies with a gravity lift. You know, sometimes you get those situations where an enemy's hiding behind an object or inside a building, and you kind of want to move them out of place so you have enough time to rush them. So instead of using the gravity lift for yourself, you can actually just throw it forward over the object or into a room to move your enemies around, and that will just give you a little bit of an opportunity to then push that enemy without them just waiting to shoot you in the head. Tip 5. Did you know you can actually block doors with Horizon's tactical? So if you need time to heal up, throw your tactical in front of a door and it will actually stop the enemies pushing through. If it's a building with 2 doors, you can throw the tactical in front of one door and you can lean up against the other door while you're healing, and this gives you just a little bit of time to pop a heal or 2. Okay, so those are some tips related to Horizon's tactical ability. Now let's talk about Horizon's ultimate ability, the black hole. Tip 6. Combine the black hole with grenades. The best thing to do with her ultimate is to throw your grenades as quickly as possible into the centre of her ultimate, the black hole. And if you do this as quickly as possible, you'll get more damage on enemies. The reason for this is because the initial gravity pull that pulls them into the centre of the black hole is much stronger than if people are trying to move out of the black hole. So essentially you'll do more damage with that initial pull because they'll be closer to the centre. Tip 7. You can also use her ultimate defensively. So you can put her ultimate in front of one door. You can then combine this with the tactical tip I mentioned before, where you put the gravity lift in front of another door, and then if there's a third door, you can lean up against that third door and block it while you heal. So with Horizon, if you've got her ultimate, you can actually end up giving yourself a little bit more time, even in a building with 3 doors, to heal up. It's also quite hard to see through her ultimate, so again you can use this as a good way to escape situations by giving yourself some cover essentially. Tip 8. Use the ultimate to scan enemies. So did you know you could actually see enemies? They're highlighted when they're in the centre of the black hole. So if you don't have a Bloodhound or a Crypto on your team, and you know some enemies are hiding in a place, but you don't know how many, you can throw the ultimate down, and if it sucks them in, you'll be able to see how many enemies are there in that location. Again, it's quite useful if you're perhaps a little bit further away, and you're more using it as a kind of a recon tool. It does have that ability. So those are some tips related to her ultimate. Let's finish with some tips around how to use her passive. So tip 9, the air strafe. So Horizon's passive is all about increased movement in air, so you've got better air control as you're at the top of your tactical, so you can actually move slightly left and right, and it will create a strafing effect mid-air, which can help you avoid gunfire. Also, while jumping from heights, you can again move left and right, more so than you can with any other legend, and in addition to this, you don't take any jump stun, and this leads into my next tip. Tip 10. Slide landing. So like I said, you don't get stunned when you land with Horizon from a height. Every other legend gets a very brief stun, but it's enough to make you vulnerable. Whereas as with Horizon, as you're landing, there's no stun, so you can move straight into a slide. And that works moving forwards and backwards, so you can use it offensively and defensively. So there you have it, 10 simple tips, but if you use them, they really should help you improve your Horizon gameplay and definitely get more wins. I've certainly benefited from using them a lot. Don't forget you can come and join me in my Apex club as well. Just search for The Thack Squad in clubs in Apex Legends and click request to join. We'll look at your request. We've only got 30 spaces though, so do request as quickly as possible if you want to join. And that's my video for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. By the way, did you know I stream every Saturday at around 7 PM UK time? Most of these I'll actually be playing with anyone that wants to play with me, so you can actually join in with me and we can play some Apex Legends together. So come join me for my next stream on Saturday. I look forward to seeing you there.